Well, I have to say that the list of people whom I need to forgive is growing longer and longer. If you're mentioned next, then I suppose you're especially forgiven. But if you've repented, you have no need of me forgiving you for what you've done evil toward me. I mean, who am I to hold anything against you? Only God can condemn or forgive. We'll agree on that. All right. What about these cousins? What about the neighbors? What about the crazy neighbors? Wouldn't you want to go to the neighbors first? Well, there was a dog that kept chasing me, but, I think the family members hurt you more than just casual acquaintances or neighbors, actually. That's really true. It's really true, folks. So I have to say I forgive my cousins. Because there's something I need to forgive you for. Now listen, there's a neighbor-cousin connection here. Let's make the connection. Let's be a Tesla sort of person. Spiritually, psychologically, let's do it. Let's do it. Come on, let's make the connections. Well, I was farmed out to 57 different babysitters. I told you 57 different babysitters. That's why I'm a Heinz 57. 57 spices there. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. It's not nice. Wouldn't it be nice if your grandmother had cared for you and sent you off to school every day? But what if it was a crazy mother? It's like I'd rather be babysat by neighbors. So it's like 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Yeah, I get that. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty much equalized there. I mean, hearing stuff in school I didn't want to hear. Like, not even stuff directed toward me. Oh, there's a squirrel on the tree. Look at it. Look at that little squirrel. It wants more food. It's going to eat the birdseed. Anyway. The cousin that I never in my life thought about watching pornography. I would start with you. Because I think you're about a year older than I am. So that's why I said I, because let's complete the sentence. The verb follows the subject. You are about a year older than I am, or I was. Go back to school if you're confused about prepositions and objects of prepositions. I feel as if I am not. However, one occasionally does make a mistake or two. It never entered my mind to even want to watch pornography, but then I was shipped, not then, but then, North Coast. That female cousin said, let's watch Playboy, the Playboy channel. All I have to do is put a playing card and then we'll watch. How did the little girl know that? I thought that I was going to her house to watch MTV. Because we didn't have MTV out in the country. I'm like the country mouse, the country mouse and the city mouse and all that sort of thing. She says, listen, I thought, well, because my cousin is a little bit older than me. When you're 8 years old, you think your cousin's, I don't know. Was I 8? I don't know. I don't know how old I was, folks. I thought, well, yeah, I'm just going to go along with it because my cousin is cool. I'm just going to, we're watching actual pornographic Playboy material. And I'm a little girl and I never had any inkling or interest in it. My father didn't watch pornography. He didn't have Playboy magazines. My mother, oh, I would, after their divorce, I found, never mind, doesn't matter. Pornography is sort of a destroyer of families. It is a destroyer of intimacy. Like, I want to really see big dicks. I want to pretend that I really love to see the women, but actually I want to see the men. Right? Am I wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong. It's really weird. But anyway, like it never entered into my mind that I wanted to watch pornography at all. At all. I had no interest whatsoever. I had no inkling. I had no notion, except for, we'll talk about that later, but that wasn't suggested to me. But, you enticed me into that, and I thought, I'm a Tylenol baby. I don't know, like, if you say that's cool, I'm going to do it. And then, in high school, I had certain friends that seemed to be very nice people. Nice people, they're kind of, well, I wouldn't put myself in the category. A little bit neuroatypical. They turned me on to these very pornographic things. Well, just, if you slip an Amish person a pornographic novel, that's going to be passed around, it's going to be like a little secret. It's going to be hidden under the, the Amish they're doing, because I grew up in Amish country, they know everything. They do everything you do. But they're very secretive about it. They're even listening to me right now. Oh, you betcha. No, it's not good, folks. It's not good. It's really not good because I actually was molested by my cousin who's slightly younger. I had a cousin who was slightly older. Our family, they don't do good with having lots of children. That's just not in their wheelhouse there. Unlike the Amish, they have lots of children. I had a cousin who was younger than me that lured me into a horrible basement, and my aunt and my mother must have known. I think, is this like an occultic family ritualistic thing where there's like incest in the family? No. Who's discounting it? I don't see anybody raising their hand or finger. There's something like, is there somebody who's going to be molested? Like, I think about my mother and what a strange, after my mother died, my dad told me things that I really didn't want to know. Like, I won't tell you that, but I could have, but I decided not to just now. There was incest in my mother's family. Incestuous contact between relatives. I forgive you. And, I think that you just, rather than pointing fingers at other people and engaging in gluttony and excessive consumption of drugs and alcohol, you have to realize that your family line is a little bit contaminated with sin. Hello, cousins. Hello. 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 Wake up. Don't perpetuate the family sins. Hello, cousins.